Really big day planned at work today. Today I have a massive plan at work that involves moving the caravan. It's going to free up lots of space, but as you can see, I've driven right by work, and that's because there's been a change of plan. Setting off up the M62, I'm on my way to a place called Derby, where I shall be collecting a car. You may be able to tell from this screen recording of the journey, I keep going the wrong way. Either that or something more sinister is actually happening. It wasn't. It was just roadworks, road closures, and the fact that I'd put this destination in, forgetting that I had to go and pick up a big lanky bloke first. Here is a start of a little convoy to the restaurant at which he manages, and there's a man changing the wheel. He's given me the postcode of the place, well actually the postcode, the address of the restaurant. Forgetting something here, forgetting something very important, and that is Boaty and I have had convoys on many an occasion, and it's usually me ahead. Oh, pothole. And I always lose him, even when I'm trying to drive slowly, so what's the chance of him losing me? No doubt though, he's already considered this, and he's thinking, I'm going to try and get away from him. I'm in Sheeson. Sheeson's a supercar. I'm happy for him to think that he's getting away from me. He'll be considering it, him teaching me a lesson. We are going on a fair old lick actually, but this is his route to work. He does it every day, and not only does he do it every day, he tries to do it quickly every day. So he will be currently trying to outdo me, which is, it's fine. I don't mind. Hang on, I've lost him. Shit. It's true. The moment he went around the corner and he couldn't see me, he was off on a different direction, and I couldn't see him. In fact, I had to deploy the sat-nav just to catch him back up again. There you go, there he is. See, he doesn't drive like this at any other point. We're doing 60 miles per hour. He would probably do 40 along a similar road that he didn't know. He is trying to prove a point, and it's not going to work. It's just not. And now we're going exceedingly slowly. So what's the difference? Well, the difference is quite simply there is a car in front doing 30 miles per hour, and Boaty doesn't want to overtake. Quite surprised really, because I can see there is enough space to actually get past. People who drive this slowly are quite dangerous actually, because if you end up tailgating them, then you miss the potholes, and then you crash into them and wreck bits of your car. Ooh, there's one there. He's giving me some sort of hand signal there, I don't know what that's about. Oh, get off the road, you slow courser. Thank you. Why is he going so slowly now? Now we're on a proper road, he wants to go slowly. What's his thinking? Eh? Oh, by the way, being as I haven't actually explained what's going on, we are in convoy to the restaurant which he manages to drop off that car, and then we're going to go together to Derby to go and collect another car, which happens to be a Rover 25. There's a surprise, eh? What was all that about, Boaty? What was all that about? He just suddenly jammed his brakes on. These roads are full of potholes everywhere. It's dangerous. It's dodgy. It's bloody annoying. There's been a biker behind me for the past few miles who's been riding rather sensibly, and often bikers don't do that. Often bikers get on the open road and they want to proper go for it, don't they? You hit one of those potholes on a bike, you're going to come off, aren't you? That's one of the reasons why I think this is dangerous. I don't mean bikes, I mean potholes. And bikes as well. It's a town. Towns are old school. They're just towns. Do you mean it's a traditional town?
Well, have you never heard of new towns?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this isn't one.
No.
This is an old town.
Old town, yeah, not old school.
It's got an old school.
But yeah. There's an old man.
Yeah.
I see a red line ahead of us. What a silly name for a pub. I mean, where do red lions even come from?
I don't know. Red Lion, White Lion. It's a very popular name for a pub.
It is, yes.
And I said popular on purpose.
Well, I presume you've got a backup for that for when you get it wrong.
A backup.
Yeah, you know, like you know you're going to get it wrong sometimes. So instantly, the moment you get it wrong, you can just say, "And I did that deliberately wrong."
Well, I don't think I got it wrong because I deliberately said what I said.
Yeah, but now you've had to go to the effort of explaining it.
Slide right onto Hardsay Hill.
Oh yeah. So road closure on the M60.
M60.
Yeah, which affected all surrounding areas.
Oh right, yeah.
And then heavy traffic, and finally the bit that's really surprising: an Audi driver.
Oh.
Yeah, and Audi drivers now.
Incoming call. Thomas Turbo.
The challenge is that I've got to keep up with you in Sheeson. Sheeson has a bigger engine and, according to you, a superior gearbox, and therefore is going to be much faster than Nigel. Yeah? And the challenge for you is to try not to laugh. Is that right?
Well, something like that, except that you've been saying all along that Nigel would be Sheeson's superior in terms of speed and handling.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is clearly wrong in every way, sense and shape.
Except for the facts.
Well, which facts? Which facts exactly?
Well, you think the automatic gearbox speeds it up.
Yes.
Right, I think it doesn't.
Yeah, but you're wrong.
Right, okay. You think that the 1.6 litre is more powerful.
I do, yeah.
Which it is.
Well, there we are then.
To start with. But Nigel's not any old Nigel, is he?
Well, apparently he's been mapped. Allegedly.
By Tom Turbo with a silent T on the end.
Yeah. It is better with a silent T on the end, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I should rename him. Fred the Shed has become a very, very useful vehicle in the yard, as I'm sure you've seen. Every day he's doing something. Bits of pulling stuff around. He's basically earning his keep more than any other car.
Right.
And I think he's fabulous. So I think we should do something to honour how good this car is with its paint job. I'm going to suggest that we just paint it one really garish colour, maybe pink.
I'm going to suggest that we scrap it.
What, the car?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's pointless.
It's what?
Pointless.
What is? Why?
Fred the Shed.
It's not pointless.
I don't think it should serve a purpose. The jobs that it's doing are pulling cars around that are incapable of pulling themselves.
Yeah, it's in the yard, yeah.
And I would mind that pothole. And I would argue that what we should be working towards is not needing a car to pull around cars that don't work. I think we should replace all of the cars that don't work with cars that do work.
But yeah, absolutely. But in the meantime,
at which point Fred the Shed would become redundant.
No, it wouldn't, because we still want a company car.
No. Yeah, but I want the Hyundai as our company car.
You know, that is not a sensible thing to say at all.
Why is it not sensible?
Because how would anybody want that car? I'm going to struggle to sell that car.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm going to sell it easy because there's lots of people that would want it.
Of course there are. It's the best car we've ever owned. I adore that car. And
Do you really think it's cute?
Yes.
Do you not think it's utterly gopping as well?
No.
You must do.
No, I really don't.
You don't look at that and think, oh gosh, you pitiful little swine, you should be put out of your misery.
No, I look at it and think, I want you. I look at it in the same way I looked at a 33-year-old Alanis Morissette.
Right.
I love everything about that car. It's got all of the charm of a city Rover, but without being shit. I mean, it's got...
This is the conversation that meant to have, though.
It's got tiny little wheels, but they're really nice alloy wheels.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
And, I mean, what's better than really nice but tiny alloy wheels?
Oh.
It's got electric windows all round. What's not to love about it? And it's so cute.
I don't think it is cute myself.
A gentleman...
That Kia Picanto, that's cute. Okay?
No, it's not.
A Vauxhall Adam, that's cute.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The Fiat 500, that's cute.
Yes, it is.
There were lots of...
Yellow car, no return.
Right, what was I saying?
I don't know, you were banging on about some
Say,
bollocks.
you just basically waste my video time, don't you? I say to you, I don't want to have loads and loads of stuff to sift through when it comes to editing. So you make sure that once I press that button, you just rattle on about something irrelevant to the conversation.
You're the one who said you wanted to have a conversation about Fred the Shed.
Yeah, which is what I started off as. And you just turned it into a different car altogether. This car that we're going for now works, yeah? And two of us are going to collect it.
I don't know anything about it.
Well, if it doesn't work, how are we going to drive it back?
I don't know.
If we had a trailer and Fred the Shed,
Yeah.
I could do this mission by myself, and then I wouldn't have to listen to your bullshit. Well, I am now driving another car, and it is another car that looks like another car, and we suddenly have a lovely sunny day as well, which is enough to make me feel rather cheerful. This is a Rover 25 IXL, and it looks just like Doris, dented Doris, doesn't it? Looks just like it. It's even got dents to match. So what can I call it? How about Daisy? Daisy. Dented Daisy. Do you know what though? It drives absolutely spot on as well. Nothing wrong with that. Engine sounds good, it pulls well. Everything seems to work as it should do. Obviously a bit of a trek to get it back home again. So hopefully all things will go well. I have just over 100 miles to do in this car to get it safely back, and I'm about 6 miles in, and already I feel happy with it. Now I love the K-Series engine, but many other people don't, and they become fearful of it. So the tiniest of a problem, they'll want to chuck it away. But that also means that they've got to be treated with respect. You don't just get in them and thrash them. No, what you do is you get in them, and you drive them gently, and you have the heater on, and you make sure that heat keeps blowing out. So the best time to buy a K-Series is actually during the winter, where you can test them out, because that blows cold, then you run out of coolant, then you're in trouble, aren't you? I've slowed down quite a bit to see if Boaty can possibly catch up. And what do I see coming up behind me? I see what looks like a copper leaf red 45. I'm actually going to slow down a bit to let him go by. And yes, I got a wave as well. Isn't that fantastic? Gosh, that's really enough to make me feel really rather cheery. Another Rover in a car that they like enough to recognise another one and even give a wave. Thank you very much, you've made my day. Anyway, plenty of heat coming out there, it's furnace hot, and the car is performing lovely performing little Rover 25. Oh, you seem to be driving a Rover 25. Is that your car of choice, or is it something you ain't got no choice about? Hey, heater's still hot.
In half a mile, use the left lane to take the A61 slip road to Chesterfield.
Okay, will do, don't worry. Boaty's disappeared again, I don't know where he is. I don't know why he can't. Honestly, he does this deliberately, doesn't he? I don't know why he'd be so far back. No, can't see him behind me anywhere. I wonder if he's gone a different way. I mean, he knows this area. This is where he lives. So although he may be sort of 15 miles away from his home, he might know a better way. This drives well, yes. As I was expecting it to do. I drive 25s all the time. Yeah, getting another one and I end up thinking, yeah, this is great. Why is that? It's just so lively, it's so chuckable and happy and just, you know, calm down. Calm down, I've still got a long way to go in it.
In half a mile, turn left onto Butterley Lane.
Ah, he's behind at last. He's finally done some catching up. Almost back at Boaties for lunch. Well, I say almost, about 5 or 6 miles. But you know what? I am going to say that I feel an instant bond with this car. Momo for lunch. Lunch at, well, 2:30. It's quite late, isn't it? But, ooh, there we go. I hope we're having a double helping of them today, because I am starving. I really am starving. I'm starving. I'm like a hungry man who's not eaten for a week. Well, that's the first leg of the journey done in dented Daisy. It's only a bit dented though. Look, it's, why do they always have a dent there? Don't know, they just always do. Various scratches around, as you'd expect of a car of 21 years old. A nice big scratch down the side of that. I'm sure I can get rid of that. Pretty sure. Other than that, it's actually good. Stigbert, Dick-a-dum-dum, and Boo. Minge bag, and finally Barney and the lanky git. So he's putting some spectacles on it, are we?
I don't think they fit.
Well, no, because they go somewhere else. They're for a 25. Well, second part of the journey back home. That's this bit in the car that has the name of Daisy. Dented Daisy. Had a nice Momo lunch with Boaty and a live stream lunch and then a chili noodle challenge. I'm driving with slightly burny lips, but that's alright by me. Oh gosh, what an interesting sky. I was hoping to be going home in the light, but that didn't happen. One of the small reasons for this particular wish is actually pothole avoidance. I noticed so many potholes on the way up here, I thought I don't want to hit any of those on the way back. That means the best thing I can do would be to get quite close to the car in front and follow their track. Just keep my eye on what they do. If they swerve suddenly, there's a pothole. If they go blonkety blonky all over the place, it's because they've hit a pothole, and I'll know to avoid it. Weirdly enough, actually, I can see the road much better through the camera than I can through the windscreen. Maybe that's where I should be looking instead. Oh, it doesn't like low revs, this car. I've chosen to bung on the sat-nav to ensure I get back as soon as possible to avoid any potential hazards that may be en route.
Exit the roundabout onto Church Lane. In 100 yards at the roundabout, take the first exit onto Church Street, A623.
Will do. It's suggested I'm going to get back a bit quicker than I thought. So, 18:19 to the yard. Let's see if it's correct or not. The only issue I've found with this car so far, besides obviously the rather tatty bodywork, is it does stammer a little bit at low revs. there you go. Dented Daisy has made it. No problems at all. Well, besides the slightly juddery low rev issue, which is probably a coil pack on its way out, but besides that, it's all good. And I've made it back here at the projected time as well, of about 20 past 6. So I'm happy, the car's happy. Hopefully you'll be happy when you buy it off of me. I thought it might be a good idea to have a little tour around Dented Daisy. Now the back end looks nice actually, nothing wrong there. Then we get to the dents, which we have on this door. It's the same kind of dent as what we have on Doris, just a bit of a ripple. We also have a nice big scratch, and a big scratch on there as well. But this wing is good. Good wing. Then we have a bit of a scuffed up bumper. Yep. Bit scuffy. Could be worse. Bonnet, good. More scuffs, and then the main dent, which is just there. And then this bit's not too bad. Just a slightly crusty arch. Key fob buttons, knackered. This IXL is the start of Project Drive because it doesn't have the soft feel dash, and it also doesn't have the nice carpet. Predictably, it doesn't have a working clock either, but what it does have, this is pretty amazing. Yeah, you got it? Look at that. A non-sagging headline. Aircon, don't know if it works because it's too cold to try it. And then quite a big stack of paperwork. I'm not sure how much of this is that relevant, but let's have a quick look. Ugh. There's loads to go through here. I don't know why I'm doing it actually. This is Boaty's kind of work, isn't it? What would be nice though would be to just find a recent bill for a cam change. Cam belt. That is cam belt change. Oh, that's 2004. That's far too long ago. Whatever happened 19 years ago is almost completely irrelevant, and because of that, we don't really need it. Sorry, that was just a joke. I picked it back up again. I hate littering. Ooh, this is a good one. 23rd of March this year. Clutch replaced. Clutch and MOT at the cost of £493. This is really a big stack of paperwork, unfortunately. See, it's not in order of when the work was done. 2019, 2010, 2012. Yeah, really needs to just go through the whole lot. But whatever the case, this car has, although it doesn't really quite look like it at the moment, had somebody really looking after it. Diagnostics test. Still haven't found a cam belt receipt anywhere though. I'm going to have to go through all this really carefully, I think, to actually find something like that. Oh, Burroughs Recovery. Ooh. That was 11 years ago. Oh, for a spare wheel. Wow. 1,295 bill Starter Motors Company. What could that be for? Eh? Oh, right, I see. Oh, the Vectra was a hire car. Don't actually say what the work was, though. That much paperwork, I'm actually struggling to fit it back in there, and that's only half of it. Then we've got the other half there. Yeah, that's a job for Boaty to deal with, I reckon, not me. Because that's his kind of thing.